This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Now, I've been really playing a lot of video game IP games. I ended up getting God of War, the card game, and that kind of got me into a thing where I started thinking about some of the IPs that I have, video game IPs. And I wonder, do you really feel they translate well? I recently have played a game, Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully you'll see the live feed of it before this video. That's if I have time to get it done. But I really like this game and how well it translated over the IP from the video game. And I wonder how a lot of you feel about the transition of a video game to a board game. We have plenty of board games that transition over to video games and do a pretty decent job. But I think it's a lot harder to take an IP, a video game IP, and bring it over to a board game and have that same feel. Remember that a lot of board games are games that you are playing by yourself. Okay, or it's one against many over the internet, but you're still by yourself. So now when you add in additional players or you try to play this solo, does it translate very well? Look at Dark Souls. I really like that game, but a lot of people don't, though. Okay, and it doesn't translate well over, according to some people. I think it's good. I think it does a lot of very good, solid things. Like I said, God of War card game, Bloodborne card game. Got to get the thing out. Let's take a look at Bloodborne, the board game. A lot of people either love it or hate it. I personally really like it a lot. I have the whole Kickstarter thing. Company of Heroes, another great game. This game does a fantastic job of the salvage and everything like that. And I really have that really deep feel for like I'm playing the video game a bit, and the patterns on how things work. I think Steamforged games have done fantastic. I'm looking up because I'm looking at some of the games. Dark Souls, the card game there, all the expansions for Dark Souls, the miniature game, which I think is good. It's a love or hate relationship for a lot of people. The MOBA game that came out, League of Legends. The job they did with that I thought was pretty solid, but it didn't really give you that feel. It didn't grasp you the way the video game does. So does taking video game IPs and making them board game, is it successful, and does it work? Does it give you the same feel that you have as if you turned on your PlayStation or your Xbox or your computer? Do you feel that you get that proper experience? Is it a better experience? Look at Doom, okay? Does that give you a good feel? Gears of War, the board game. There have been a lot of IPs, but a lot of them have become different experiences. And like Doom and Gears of War, if we didn't have that, I don't think we would have Descent. But those type of games have given us such experiences. And so much in the way of different experiences than the video game, that we love them for what they are. How do you guys feel about that? Does that really work for you? Does it come out to be something, or should these two genres be just separated and left to their own? I always wondered that. I wondered if they should just leave those things alone. Are you just taking the IP just to get the name, maybe to get additional sales for a system that you believe in? Might be. But I find, certain games really hit it. but some of them just kind of straddle that line of borderline, and it makes me scratch my head sometimes. So I wonder how you guys feel about it. I'm looking forward to your comments below, and how you look at this particular subject, and leave a comment whether you agree with me or not. Do video game IPs work in board games? I'm curious to see what you have to say. For me, I think it's very borderline at best. Okay, where a lot of games I think really hit it, but don't have the life. They don't extend a certain amount of life, and other games just kind of miss the feel of the video game, but do have a good enough experience that they are good, solid board games. But let me know your thoughts again, and until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.